tray of food for one person.
Yes, sir. Miss Rokoff.
What is it, Sally?
It's Mr. Poten. He gives me the jimmies. For every time he just looks at me, I get goose pimply all over it. I'm scared of him.
I know just how you feel.
Oh, I'm not worried about myself, but I don't like the way he looks at you.
Don't you worry about me. And you're quite safe.
Yes, ma'am.
You know this man?
Intruder stranger to Willy, Honorable Master.
He was standing here when I awoke. I gave him a sock, too. You know, maybe we're making a mistake. There's no grease paint on his face. Look what I collected from the others.
You have lots of power in your hands.
Logan, get that food from Sally and take to the biting girl. And watch out that your weakness for a fair sex doesn't loosen your tongue.
Sorry, Willie and I made that mistake and hit you. If I had known you were a detective, it wouldn't have happened.
When the pain is gone, the blow is forgotten.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Warren.
Mr. Wong brings a fertile mind of Willie. Very good idea for new mystery story.
I'm not interested in mystery stories now, Willie. I haven't heard from Joan Whiting. Worried.
Oh, perhaps my mother more interested in writing you romantic novels.
Somebody will be writing an epitaph for you if you don't get out of here. Wait a minute. Call Captain Walters. Use the library phone.
Yes, sir.
This is the girl.
Nice to eat.
When do I get out of here?
Get out. We give you a nice room like this, plenty of good food, and you kick to get out.
I don't like the room, and I don't want to eat. I want to get out of here.
Now, take it easy, sister. No one's going to hurt you. You know it doesn't pay to be where you're not supposed to.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'm a reporter, and it's my business to mix in where I can get news. And when my paper hears about this...
I know. They'll probably tell Santa Claus that he won't bring me any presents for Christmas. Oh.
Andrews, where is Joan Whiting?
That's just what I was going to call you about, Captain.
I have every reason to believe that you know more about this than you pretend. Now let's cut out this stalling and get down to facts.
Well, you couldn't be thinking of
I
that.
certainly am thinking.
Well, I'm thinking hard. Did it ever occur to you that every one of these crimes has been committed exactly as outlined in this book here?
Somebody tried to kill me with a telephone stiletto.
Oh. Where is it?
Whoever planted it evidently removed it.
Oh, I see. A perfect alibi, huh?
Do you think I'd try to kill myself?
No. But you might try to alibi yourself.
What reason would I have for committing these crimes?
Well, I'll admit that the motive has me stumped, Andrews, for the moment. But I'll worry about the motive after I trace the criminal. And I don't mind telling you right now that you're the most likely suspect.
Because of my story.
Exactly. They may have started out as stories, but they've become very real lately.
I'm from the telephone company.
How did you know the telephone was out of order?
Your receiver's been off the hook for some time. The supervisor checked and heard voices. After what happened in Chinatown...
What happened in Chinatown?
Some old Chinese was almost killed by a poisoned stiletto in the telephone. Would have been too if it hadn't been for some newspaper girl.
Perhaps telephone gentleman can use my humble assistance.
What do you know about poisoned stilettos?
Poison telephone stilettos live only in imaginary mind of Willy.
Yeah, I suppose all this stuff is just imaginary, too. Chapter 6. The sword drawer. Well, the next victim had better not be at the hands of a sword drawer, or I'll put you where you'll be too busy to write books. Yes, and you, too.
Listen, Captain Walters, we're wasting valuable time. Joan's in Chinatown, I tell you, and I've got to find her.
I don't know why I'm letting you loose, Andrews, but I'm going to take a chance. You'll have a lot of explaining to do if she isn't found.
If she isn't found, won't be necessary. Come on.
Grogan.
Anything the matter, Miss Rokoff?
It's Poten.
What about him? Well, you don't have to be afraid of me. I'm your friend, Sonya.
It's his eyes. The way he looks at anyone. His uncanny genius for making things that no one else can make or understand. I'm afraid of him.
You don't have to be afraid. If he ever does anything to you, tell me.
Thank you, Grogan. That's nice of you. Of course, there may be nothing to my fears.
Sonya, there's nothing I wouldn't do for you.
Thank you. But I think you'd better go.
All right. But don't forget, you can always count on me.
Come in, Victor. I want to talk to you.
Yes?
We've started something that's going to be difficult to finish. I want to quit, Victor, before we become too deeply involved.
You have come to the decision a little too late, Sonya.
But I can't stay...
We are too deeply involved to quit. No, my dear. Let us not speak about quitting now.
You better watch your step. And remember what I told you about the next victim. I'm going to check up with my men.
Who are you? What are you holding me here for? You tell whoever sent you that if I'm not out of here in 5 minutes, the police will turn Chinatown inside out. Who's paying you to hold me here? Can't you understand me? Don't you talk English?
I'll talk when I get a chance.
All right, then talk. When do I get out of here?
You butted into dangerous business. Now, you'll stay here until the trouble goes by.
I will not. I'm going to get out of here right now.
You be a good girl. I'll bring you some grub.
I think it best that we resume our operations elsewhere. After all, there are other Chinatowns. Los Angeles, for instance.
I haven't completed my work here.
Your work isn't necessary to our purpose. White trade in Chinatown has been totally suspended. Our stores have increased their sales.
I'm afraid you're letting your personal feelings interfere.
What do you mean by that?
Martin Andrews.
That isn't true, Victor. Your mind is so set on revenge that it's become an obsession with you.
And why shouldn't it be? You and I have every cause to want revenge. Why shouldn't you feel as I do? Haven't you suffered as I have?
Perhaps. But my primary motive was a business one. I wanted to increase our sales. I've done this in San Francisco, and now it is necessary to move on. It is only your personal feelings that keep you from leaving.
You understood my personal feelings when you enlisted my aid.
I'm sure that they will remain the same in other locations. Leaving San Francisco will give you the opportunity of continuing with your experiments and be of great benefit to my employers.
You have given me something to think about.
Yes. We shall discuss it further.